Hello, Torah community. It's Rav Natan here to share with you some words of Torah for this week's Parsha, Parshat Vaera. One of the things that Moshe comes to tell Bnei Yisrael about in this week's Parsha is he says he feels like he's not going to be able to communicate with Paro effectively. But the way he says it to Hashem is kind of funny. He says, because Bnei Yisrael didn't listen to me, then of course Paro's not going to listen to me. So a lot of people ask, like, what's Moshe's logic? Rashi even says he doesn't understand how Moshe is getting from A to B. What do you mean if Bnei Yisrael is not going to listen to me, of course Paro's not going to listen to me? I think it should be the opposite. If one person's not going to listen to me, how's a whole group of people going to listen to me? I heard a beautiful idea to explain this, which is as follows. And it starts with how role modeling works. If we want someone to be excited about something, someone to be passionate about something, someone to be really into something, then we ourselves have to be into that. Think about it for our kids for a second. If there's something we want our kids to be into, let's say I want my kids to really enjoy davening. Well, when they see that I'm really into it, or I'm excited about it, I'm passionate about it, it flows down and it helps my kids be into it. Similarly with a teacher. If a teacher's trying to get a kid into davening, kid sees the teacher's really into it, passionate about it, then it's likely to impact the child. And similarly, says Moshe, my main goal is that Bnei Yisrael should really want to be redeemed, should want to go to Mitzrayim. And if I myself do not believe in the cause enough, or believe that Hashem can really take us out enough to be able to get the people themselves who are going to be redeemed, convinced about it, how am I going to be able to believe in it enough to convince a person who doesn't want them to be redeemed that they should leave? So this idea is powerful because what it means is that in order for Moshe to go to Paro, who doesn't want Bnei Yisrael to leave at all, and convince him, Moshe first has to be so secure and strong and passionate and excited about it to be able to get Bnei Yisrael on board, and then he'll be able to convince Paro and to be able to talk to Paro. I think that this idea, which comes from Moshe's trying to figure out how he's going to talk to Paro, is something that we can learn from in our own lives. A lot of times, as I mentioned before, we are so hyper concerned that our kids do the right thing, are passionate about certain things, have the right values. And from this, we could learn that the way to really be able to impact them and to be able to have that is for ourselves to be super convinced and to be excited about and to be passionate about that thing. The word mashpia, to influence, is related to the word shupa, which means to slant. Sometimes when someone wants to influence someone, if they're just excited about it enough, then it'll flow down to the person below them they're trying to influence. And I think that's the idea here. Moshe is so concerned that if he can't be excited enough to get Bnei Yisrael who want to leave, then it must mean that he's himself is not convinced, and how is he then going to convince Paro? I think it's a message for us to make sure and to think about how we can be excited about, passionate about, convinced about the things that we're trying to get our kids, or for teachers or students, excited about and passionate about, so we can influence them and have them excited about those very things. Shabbat Shalom.